Peace, y'all, and welcome into another reading. You already know the vibes, Divine Destiny, back at it like a tarot addict. So we are just going to jump into the vibes. Today's reading, we are going to be discussing the energy leak, right? And where is it? In what aspect of life we might be opening ourselves energetically to be vulnerable for siphoning, or allowing our energy to be leaked just regularly. So what we can do to maintain those energy leakage, to clear those energy leakage, to cut those cords so that no one energetically is siphoning our beautiful life source energy, so that you can create and maintain with your own life source energy as you are supposed to, as is your birthright. So if that is something that vibes with you, then vibe with me. We're going to jump right in. We're going to take a few breaths to tune in with spirit. At this time, calling forth my spirit guides, angels, and ancestors, asking what messages we have to deliver to the collective today for the progression and elevation in every aspect of life when it comes to energy leakage. Where is the energy being leaked, drained, siphoned? How do we stop, clear, cleanse, and alchemize our energy to get back into our highest good, highest self, and highest purpose? Giving you gratitude for using me as a vessel and messages flow through and through. Asking you to shield, cloak, protect, and cover me as I channel these messages. Amen. Seven of Hearts, broken promises and illusions. Queen of Diamonds, promiscuous and manipulative. On the upside is financial wealth and financial independence. Though the part that came up to the top was the promiscuous and manipulative, and we talking about energy leakages. So I'm just saying. Anyway, we're looking at the Ace of Diamonds, material gift, messenger correspondence, and improvements. And the bottom of the deck energy here is the Six of Hearts, a surprise new love interest. Y'all know I like it. You know I like a little sneaky peek. We love loving this side of the internet. Anyway, that ain't what this is about. That ain't even what this is about. We're gonna get into it. What I'm getting though with this broken promises and illusions, and this Queen of Diamonds energy is like the energy is being siphoned by a Queen of Diamonds energy. It could be a woman, but it doesn't have to be, right? Energy is energy, very fluid on this channel. And with that being said, that could be anybody, but Queen of Diamonds is just somebody who is like promiscuous with their energy, and manipulative, deceptive, cutting, cunning. Could be an air sign, doesn't have to be Queen of Diamonds, it's just air sign energy. Ooh. And it popped out again. The Queen of Diamonds is the Queen of Swords and Tarot, and the Queen of Swords came out in reverse, so that is definitely significant.
Are you an ambitious co-creator with a strategy that feels out of alignment? You're meant for mastery, but if your vision feels blurred or your next move isn't crystal clear, you're wasting your most valuable asset, your energy. That's why I created the Divine Alignment Blueprint. This isn't just a reading, it's your personalized 90-minute strategic command session. We pinpoint your highest purpose, clear the energetic blocks, and forge your sovereign action plan, a precise divine strategy to accelerate your purpose for the next 6 to 12 months. Stop guessing. Start commanding. Book your divine alignment blueprint session today and unlock your undeniable destiny.
But this broken promises and illusions card is very much being clarified by a lot of mental anguish, right? Just in the head. Doesn't necessarily have to be mental anguish, but like just in the head, caught up in the head at this point, right? And so what I'm getting like with us, like I said, with this Queen of Swords in reverse energy, this Queen of Diamonds, this manipulative, promiscuous, deceptive energy, right? Cast a lot of illusions around you. And this might not be somebody, it doesn't feel like it's somebody who is in your present energy. It feels like somebody you've already released, right? 4, 5, 6 on my timer, right? So definitely we've already taken the steps to release this energy from our physical, but we're here looking at the energetic blockage or the energetic leakages, right? And so what I'm getting from that is like the broken promises and the illusions that were spun from this Queen of Diamonds, Queen of Swords energy in your life is what is creating energetic leakages at this point. And it's because of like the mental entrapment is what I'm hearing that this has created, right? Because this is coming out being clarified by the Eight of Swords, right? And this is very much mentally and emotionally with that water entrapped, right? But this is I don't want to say this is of her own doing because she obviously didn't put herself here. But if she were to like shimmy out of that because it's very loosely placed on her or move this blindfold, she would see that she is not stuck behind anything, right? Actually, she could move her feet, she could go. There is nothing keeping her stuck or bound to what is actually mentally stressing and keeping her stuck and trapped, right? This is self-inflicted in the fact that like you could move if you wanted to. And that's what Spirit is saying, right? You are free to move away from the broken promises and the illusions that were cast upon you mentally and emotionally from these past cycles with these Queen of Diamonds, Queen of Swords in reverse kind of energies, right? With this Ace of Wands, right? It's like a loss of passion toward whatever this energy is. So you might still be dealing with this energy, but it's like you are no longer ignited, let's say, by what this energy is throwing out, right? The Queen of Diamonds is promiscuous, so definitely it could be a person around you in your life at this point who tries to use their body, sensuality, intimacy to create and cast illusions around you, and it's like that is no longer working, right? That's no longer serving you because you're the high priestess, right? You see through this energy, right? With this Knight of Swords, it's like you're taking decisive action to follow your intuition and make a move away from this. Like I said, this is like you could choose to get out of this, and you feel like you've sat in this for long enough, right? Or Spirit feels like you've sat in this for long enough. You've meditated on this situation for long enough, and it's no longer serving you to continue in this mental cycle. So Spirit is saying, yeah, it's safe to, and you are free to move in your intuition. Matter of fact, swiftly with this Knight of Swords to cut off and to release the mental anguish that you're going through, right? Create a new narrative for yourself is what I'm hearing from this situation, because whatever it is that you're allowing yourself to sit in mentally is draining you energetically in relation to that situation specifically, right? Yeah, this Two of Swords is coming out, clarifying the Queen of Diamonds, right? Clarifying the energies. So Spirit is saying, like, yeah, making decisive action to move away from, to release this manipulative energy. And the wealth and financial independence is on the other side of that, right? So your elevation financially, your elevation in wealth, because wealth is not just like on a financial level, right? On a spiritual level as well. Your elevation, damn, comes from you stepping out and making that decisive action to move away from whatever this promiscuous and manipulative energy was or is, right? The Knight of Wands came out in reverse. So once again, it's like the attraction just isn't there how it used to be. And if this is not a person for you, this is just an energy in your life. Maybe this is an energy that you were standing in that you no longer are feeling called to serve, and this energy is no longer serving you at some point. You know what I'm saying? It was bringing you some form of satisfaction, and it's just not anymore, right? And Spirit is saying, like, take the decisive action to move forward, right? To sit in your King of Wands energy, to recognize that the world is in your hands, especially when it comes to that wealth and financial independence, right? If that was a concern for you, Spirit is saying like you were going to be fine. Yeah, it is safe for you to Ten of Wands, put down these burdens mentally, emotionally, from whatever this Queen of Diamonds, Queen of Swords energy in reverse was for you, right? So that you can move into your material gifts, message and correspondence, so you can move into improvement financially. The Wheel of Fortune, because the wheel is turning in your favor. Five of Coins, Five of Pentacles in reverse, because the wheel is turning in your favor. So like I said, if you felt like your finances were going to be a problem, if you were in lack or scarcity, whether in mindset or in reality, right? The Hermit came out in reverse as well. So it's definitely giving like moving away from self-inflicted solitude, right? Being open to the messages, the correspondence, the invitations that are coming towards you, and not feeling like, the Ten of Swords came out. I mean, the Ten of Wands came out. Wanted to come out in reverse, but not feeling burdened or bogged down by, not feeling like this past situation or this past energy is going to continue to manifest, right? Because the Six of Swords, you've been guided into calmer waters by spirit. You've been guided away from or out of whatever this energy was, because it didn't serve you. It had nothing to do with you, is what I'm hearing, right? Like, you, whatever is occurring on the outside of you in relation to this situation ain't got nothing to do with you. So Spirit moved you out of the way, but they don't want you to carry the burdens and the baggage of whatever it is that were moved out of the way from, right? Because with this Wheel of Fortune, like I said, the wheel is turning in your favor. Material gifts, message of correspondence, improvements. Life is improving for you because you were moved out of the way with this King of Cups energy. So remain emotionally balanced, remain emotionally stable, highly emotionally intelligent, and don't let people try to play on that. And don't worry about the people who tried to play on that in the past, and don't feel like people are going to try to play on that in the future, right? Because you also have a high discernment, a high level of awareness, emotional intelligence, like I said, right? So people cannot play on that, even though people might have been able to play on that in the past. But you're the king now. You know better. You do better energetically, right? Surprise new love interest. This could definitely be somebody that you're calling into yourself that is here to nurture and pour into you, bring you this high level of emotional intelligence and understanding at this point in your life. Let's get a few more spirit. Ooh, yeah, quickly, swiftly, things are pouring into you swiftly. These gifts, these material gifts, this correspondence, these improvements, these invitations. I'm hearing Spirit say yes. Spirit is saying, say yes. Yeah, get yourself unstuck with that hangman energy. Get yourself out of stagnation, and that comes with stepping out of the mental entrapments, the mental ensnared in these false promises and these broken promises, these illusions. The Spirit is saying the soil of life is very fertile for you right now. So the seeds that you're planting, which starts with your mental, with what you're telling yourself, with what you're thinking about, are going to grow. So they're asking you at this point to lean into that wheel of fortune energy, right? Lean into the trust, the understanding, and the full force faith, right? That what it is that you want, deserve, and desire is coming towards you at this time, right? You are being rewarded, gifted, is what I'm hearing. Moving forward. So be intentional with what it is that you are birthing through your mental at this time, right? Because you're birthing a whole new world. The world is your oyster. It's yours to create at this time, but we have got to close the door on those old baggage, old burdens, old illusions, false promises, right? So that you can move into the energies of lack, of scarcity, of doubt, right? Of unworthiness, of imposter syndrome, right? We got to cut the cord on those things so that you can move into this foundation and achievements. Bottom of this stability. This is unbridled joy, unconditional love, reciprocity in every aspect of life, right? And this is being encouraged with this memories of love card, right? Moving forward, especially like this Queen of Diamonds energy, this Queen of Swords in reverse energy. If this was like a relationship, a partnership, a family ship, just a relationship, no matter how intimate it was towards you or with you, right? It's easy to close yourself off because of those experiences. And so Spirit is asking you to release those experiences with love, right? Allow them to act as moments of wisdom, right? Of insight, of deeper understanding and understanding of yourself and the world around you, but not allowing it to harden or callous you as you're moving into this new world, into this new beginning, right? Because if you're closing yourself off in one aspect, you're closing yourself off to what it is you're trying to manifest. So do not work, donuts could be significant as well. Do not work against yourself mentally. Do not work against your manifestations because of what it is that you're thinking or speaking or telling yourself at this time, right? Release the illusions that have been cast upon you. You are free to release yourself from the illusions and the broken promises of past situations so that you can begin to build anew here in the present and the future. That has been the message. If you liked this video, like this video, share it with somebody you think needs to hear it. If you need anything from me, a reading, a divine alignment blueprint session, anything at all of that information is going to be in my description box or my bio or my pinned comment. And until next time, stay with it.